Hello and welcome to another episode of Odyssey Strength Podcast, joined by yours truly, Giannis Xopoulos, and
Jackson Mansudi.
We want to thank you for joining in for another episode. Hopefully we can give you some takeaway tips that can help improve your health and fitness journey, make the whole process a lot easier and more sustainable. If you're interested in coaching, you can reach out to either of us on our Instagrams. I'm Coach Xopoulos_OS.
Coach Jackson Mansudi _OS.
Or you can DM the Instagram page, Odyssey Strength, or find us on the website, odysseystrength.com.au. Let's get into the episode. Hey, Larry. We're back.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Great Easter for all.
Christos Anesti Seolus.
Did you go to midnight church?
I actually didn't, bro, for the first year.
Ever?
It's my first year not going.
Wow, that's big. How
Yeah.
was it?
I didn't fast. Also, I'm a bad Orthodox.
It's funny, you know, 'cause
Bad Orthodox boy.
I refer to you as probably one of my most religious friends I have. That's what I find funny, because it's like you're so upset by it, but it's like it's not that bad.
It's not bad, no.
I mean,
but you know what it is for me? It's like,
I'm not religious, so it doesn't. Oh.
well, go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Oh, for anyone who can't see, Giannis just ripped his mic out of the
Holy
mouth.
shit. All right, we'll go. Hey,
That was the best thing.
I don't need that. Don't worry about that, bro. We're going to hold it for the whole time.
That was the best thing.
Get
I've
that
ever
out of
seen.
here. All right, well, you know, now I'm going to be like a proper...
Do you want to put it back on?
you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay because this has stopped me from using my hands like a true ethnic, because now I actually have to hold it in front of my face. It
That's
looks
so
fine. It's fine.
good.
It's good. We'll move on.
Oh, that's so good.
The reason I think I probably I couldn't put it back on. That's the worst part is it's not going back on. All right, hey, it's back on. Hopefully, it doesn't fall on me because someone unscrewed it the whole way. Yeah, no, it's not that bad, but it's kind of like the bare minimum that I could have done. Because obviously it is for the 40 days, right? That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so
And normally I would do the last week. So from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday, I would. Jackson's dying today. He's cooked.
the water went down the wrong way. Sorry.
That's how funny I am. But yeah, we'd go from Palm Sunday. I would normally go from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday with no meat.
Yeah, so my brother asked me, he's like, is Giannis fasting and doing all the religious things? And I said, I don't think so, because you are now bulking as seriously as you're
That's
doing.
why, yeah, purely out of the time sensitivity, I had made the decision not to. And I did feel kind of bad for it. I won't lie. Like there was kind of like this guiltiness about it. Is that a word? Guiltiness? Guilt. Yeah. I felt a little bit guilty for it. Like, you know, normally I would go to communion on the Saturday morning, like, and it would be it's a fun, well, not really fun, but it's a process that I enjoy going through.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I don't love fasting, but the whole process is kind of enlightening. You know, it's the spirituality of it that I enjoy. But yeah, no, this year I was just like, you know what, I can't afford to, and it's okay. I'll make up for it. I'll fast over Christmas, which I normally don't do.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't consider myself a religious person, but I do respect people who are, because it's just not something that I would do personally.
Yeah.
So when you say something like you're guilty for whatever,
Yeah.
I can't personally relate to
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but I respect it.
Mm.
Even when I speak to like my barber who was doing Ramadan and whatnot, I was like, bro, I respect what you're doing. I understand your reasons behind it. And it's like, respect to you.
Good on
Like,
you, yeah.
I could not do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Do you all get together on Sunday?
We did, yeah. So I'm like chief cook for the Konto Suvli and the gyros. The spit was good. I finally cracked the marinade for the lamb and the chicken. It's sorted now. I just have to stop myself from opening up a gyros shop. That's the only, like, no word of a lie. I'm sitting there and I was like, I could make big money doing this.
Listen,
big
we
money.
can do it. Let's just conquer this first.
Yeah. I think I'll do one thing at a time.
Yeah, I think that's
One
a good
thing at a
idea.
time. But no, it was good. It was it's always nice, but it's very, you know what walkers are like, man. They just put on a show, like lots of food. There's lots of fuss. Like, oh, you don't have a drink? Let me get you a drink. It's like, it's all right. We're all family. Everyone knows where the fridge is. Like, it's not, the fridge didn't disappear, or like,
Yeah,
you can get up and get
there's
your own
like
drink.
that
It's
overcompensation.
Yeah, it's
or
overbearing. Mate.
hospitality.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like, my dad's like, Yanni. I was like, no, I got hot coals in my hands. I'm not coming to help you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm out here, because if I'm not out here, Bear's out here.
yeah.
Bear's thinking, all right, free time, let me get a lick of the lamb.
Yeah, does he actually?
He looks at it, but he's like, it's too hot.
So my brother and his partner are fostering a dog.
Oh, as in
Yeah.
like just taking it in for a bit.
Yeah, just
That's how that
until
works, yeah?
yeah, until it finds like a new home or whatever. And it's a Jack Russell pug.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I don't mind Jack Russells. They're very smart.
yeah, like it's kind of like
You're like, it's not.
no, it's like a pug, but
What's more predominant, Pug or Jack Russell?
so it's got like the pug tail,
The curl.
yeah, the curl, but then it's got like the pug face, but Jack Russell body. It's like lanky. Yeah,
It's like Build a Dog.
yeah, 100%. But it's like
Where's it from?
some RSPCA.
So they foster it and then it goes back to the pound?
Yeah, so like you can just like for free look after it for 2 weeks and bring it back to the pound, because it's like they don't have a home, so they let people just take it for a
Oh.
little bit, and if they want to keep it, they can.
So it's like a trial. You can see if you want a dog.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Actually, my brother's in like some Discord for it. It's kind of interesting the way it works. But yeah, and it's like it's not bad, man. It's just like you could tell it comes from.
Is it your place?
Yeah.
So it's there now.
It's yes and now.
Just chilling.
My
Oh.
brother's there. He works from home.
Right,
So.
okay, I was going to
yeah.
say, well, it's just random dog just chilling at
Well, I
home.
said to my brother, I was like, we can take it, but don't expect me to look after it. Like, if you want to do something, take on a responsibility like that, you definitely can. But
Yeah, it's a big one.
Don't.
It's like having a kid.
yeah, 100%. I mean, it's already like kind of an adult.
All right.
Like, so
Is it trained
this is the thing. Our assumption is that it was just a really hyper dog
for the family that
for
I
the
had.
family, and they had kids and shit, and they couldn't contain it, so they're just like, nah, see you later.
It's so bad.
Yeah. So it's like very needy, wants attention a lot, will follow you around.
How old
the
is it?
house. Maybe like 6 years, 5 years.
I was going to say maybe it's a COVID dog, but no.
Maybe,
'Cause-
maybe less. Maybe it could be.
Because,
Maybe
you
it
know,
could be.
like heaps of people, like just like at home, you get a dog, but then like even I notice Bear sometimes he gives out like that really neediness. I'm like, no, you can't follow me everywhere. You need to stay here. Because that's all they were doing is right. It's can't go anywhere. Okay, I'll follow you around the house. Just follow you. And when you have that constant tension, then it becomes like
Yeah, they get social anxiety.
you can't. It's separation anxiety. You can't go anywhere. It's like the dog just goes crazy. But if it's a bit older, then maybe it's just a breed.
Maybe it is a COVID dog
Mm.
because that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the minute you move, it's like coming with you.
Yeah.
And it's learning. Like I think it's like it's pretty switched on.
Name?
BJ. Yeah, I know. Not my choice of dog name,
That's fair
but
enough.
yeah, it's all right. But like, yeah, I don't know if I'd get a dog like that. But man, Kayla's dog is the same, bro. Like,
Milo.
yeah, like he follows her mum around the house because she works from home.
Yeah.
And like she wasn't working at the time they got the dog, so just follows everywhere. But even me, bro, like when I'm there, it goes, "You're the guy who will play with me."
I'll come with you.
Like it just knows.
Yeah.
So it will get its toys, spill them out in front of me, bark at me until I throw a toy, and then if I stop, it will come back to me,
Bark.
growl, bark, and be like, "Throw this fucking toy." And I'm like, "Bruh, we're not doing this.
I just want to chill.
Like, leave me alone." And then yeah, it's just needy.
Yeah.
I had this like thought, if I get a dog, like I need to not let that happen.
It's just training. It's just like you like say for example yesterday, everyone was everywhere. We had some people inside, we had some people outside, some people were out the back smoking, whatever. Like people were everywhere. Bear decided to stay with myself and my uncle with his tennis ball. Right, the dude is fixated on tennis balls. Like we'll go on a walk, he'll find a tennis ball, walks over. We're going home. That's how bad it is.
Why? Because he wants to play.
He's done. Yeah, he goes. I found this. This is
Oh,
what.
so his sole purpose for the walk is to find the tennis ball.
Well, if it's there, it's there. Like we could be walking and he'll go, yeah, la di da di da. 30 minutes in, or even 10 minutes, bro. Finds the ball, the walk is now over. That's it. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm ready to go home because he's just found this ball and he wants to play with it. So he's very ball focused. And even yesterday, like I was looking at him and he's really well trained,
Yeah,
Right.
massively.
really well. I've done a really good job with him. But even yesterday, I was like, the amount of fixation on the ball is too much. He had the ball for like 4 or 5 hours straight, just fucking chomping on this thing. And I was like, that for me, I need to be able to say enough's enough.
Yeah.
That playtime's done.
Mm.
Because then when everyone left, he still didn't calm down. And I was like, no, you're done now. Go sit in your cage and chill out. Just relax. So even a well-trained dog still sometimes goes, nah.
Yeah, well,
Because-
it's primal.
They got brains apparently. I read they have brains of 2-year-olds. Like they understand what you're telling them, but fundamentally they're just smooth brain babies.
Yeah, wow.
They're just like at the end of the day, they are just young children.
That's crazy.
Although some breeds, obviously German Shepherds, probably boxers,
A little bit more
Malinois.
switched on.
Yeah, like working dogs. What was that?
I have no idea.
Working dogs, probably a little bit more switched on. But then when they relax, they're just like, ooh.
Yeah, I was looking at golden retrievers and Labradors just because, like, if I'm gonna get a first dog, I would probably want
I'd probably get a golden retriever. Labradors,
a bit more.
they
Serious.
don't have the ability
Playfulness.
to recognize when they're full.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they get fat.
They get fat really easy because they overeat. So like
Yeah.
if
Yeah, but that's also like if you feed it more, it's gonna get fat.
or if they find where the food is and they break in where the food is, they'll eat the whole bag of food, like the whole bag.
Yeah, wow.
There's no I'm full now. I'm gonna eat the whole bag and make themselves sick and shit.
Yeah.
That's why you see kind of like, but you know, Labradors and golden retrievers, hence the name, are supposed to be working dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they go and fetch shit. Retrievers.
Oh, yeah. Fair. I didn't
Like, everyone goes, oh, yeah, whatever. But like, they're meant to be getting geese, getting ducks, rabbits, shit like that. They're meant to go and get that stuff. Like, but we don't do that anymore
Yeah.
unless you have a big acre of farm or whatever.
Well, this thing, I feel like it's a dog. If I am in an apartment, it's something that I
Yeah.
could probably still have in an apartment as long as I take it for enough walks and
Oh, you'll be fine.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
And just train it really well.
well, it's also the easiest to fucking train.
Yeah.
It's just so easy. Like from what I've read up on and because I've done some research, man. Like I've wanted a dog for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's been a while now.
It's been a while, and it probably will happen at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'll still be where I'm at.
Oh,
But yeah, that'll probably be when it happens. And yeah, I just think in terms of like cost, all that sort of stuff, it's probably just like the best to run, especially
Sure.
for first time dog owner.
yeah, fair enough.
How's training?
Well, like I said to you before, last week was rubbish.
I
I think,
purposely not wanted to hear about his training so that we could talk about it. On the
yeah, I
podcast.
think I overextended myself. Just with the sum total, like I had a catch up game for soccer on Tuesday night.
I think the problem soccer.
I think that put a really big spanner in the works because consuming the amount of food that I had to consume, when you start taking away the time that you're working, training in the gym, and then soccer training, take away, like on average, how many hours of work a day would be done? You think?
like just work.
Yeah. 8.
8, yeah.
Then you got 2.5 hours of soccer. Let's say 2 hours of soccer, and then 1 hour of gym. What's that? 8, 10, that's 11 hours out of the day. So like, it got really hard to try and fit in all my meals. I was really good Monday to Friday, and then Friday, I was just like, fuck, I'm done. Like social battery gone, non-existent. Like I noticed not having conversations with people, which for me is kind of uncommon. I always try and make the effort to have a conversation with someone, client, fellow trainer, friends, whatever, partner. Like I noticed all those things starting to drop off. And just my willingness to start conversations and hold them as well was really low. And then my joints were starting to hurt. But also I kind of got that, that pre-workout beta-alanine feeling.
Yeah.
Kind of got that, but without taking the powder. So I think it was just, and undersleeping as well. undersleeping was massive. Because then you do all that and you don't really have enough time to go to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Because you're getting home.
Yeah.
I got home from training at like 9:30.
Yeah.
So for me, that was the problem. So I've just gone, okay, where can I make changes throughout my week for this week? One was what worked really well was meal prep. It saves so much time. So, I can't even explain to you how easy it is to go into the fridge. I got 3 containers of protein, right? I got chicken thighs, chicken breast, and like a pasta bolognese, right? And I put a piece of sticky tape on the container and I write 155 grams each. I know that one serving is 155 grams. I put it on the scale, weigh it out, put it back in the fridge. I get the carb source, which is already pre-cooked pasta or sweet potato or rice. That goes in. I put my hand in this bag of salad. I put it in and it's done. 3 steps in order to create a meal for up to 3 to 4 times a day has saved so much time and effort and money as well. Like it's so much cheaper than having so many different options, but probably just not enough. So I know for my goal, probably just need to up that dose a little bit.
How's the weight?
Stagnant.
Stagnant.
Yeah,
Food went up, hey.
Food went up, but like we were saying, my activity then has gone up as well. So I think there's a fine balance of me just making sure I'm getting in the last 300 to 400 calories a day, which will put me over the edge.
Yeah,
because that's the hardest part. It's at the end of the day, you're tired. You might not want to eat before bed. Your body doesn't give a shit. You need to do it. The goal needs that. So you have to do it. If you don't do it, you don't get the result. So I think just making sure, especially on the weekends, because the weekend for me was, I'm not in normal routine. I'm not getting up early. So then, if you get up, I think I got up at 9:30 on Saturday. It's 9:30. I've already missed
like a couple of hours of meals.
Couple of hours of meals, right, that I would have normally had. So then you're playing catch up. Then you might not have your normal routine. And then before you know it, you're not eating enough.
Yeah.
And the 2 days on the weekend is more than enough to do damage to the whole week's worth of progress.
Surplus.
100%.
Definitely.
Like you can eat 1,000 calories and be okay on the weekend because you probably don't move as much. You're not thinking as much. You're not moving weights in the gym, all this kind of stuff. So I thought maybe I would train on Sunday, not this Sunday because it's Easter Sunday, but maybe train on Sunday to keep it as a training day, which will be more inclined to actually to keep the food higher.
How many more games of soccer do you have?
Bro, the whole year.
Oh, yeah.
So I think maybe I'm going to give that a go. Train on Sundays, which I don't normally like to do. But I think then having that as a training day will mean that I'm more inclined to do the supportive habits of the goal.
Yeah, so
what do you think about that?
What would the split look like then?
So I would train Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe have a break Wednesday, and then train Thursday, Friday with a game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that would work. Is there soccer training in the midst of that?
There is, but it's not that bad if I can do it that way. Because I think I get to Wednesday and I've got like legs and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think if I could make a suggestion of that, I would do legs on the Sunday.
Yeah, as the first day.
Or even the Monday.
Yeah,
because it's like you got the game on Saturday, rest or do it upper body on the Sunday, then train legs on Monday.
I think it's going to have to be. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the recovery is not going to be as great. Like I know I wanted to do legs today, but I was like, I don't have the mental willingness to do it. So I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I can do legs on the same day as I play soccer. It's not a problem. But it's if I do it the day after, that's when I get the issues.
Yeah, the same day is not a problem because there's not enough time for anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And you feel kind of good running it off afterwards.
Yeah. Like also, if it's completely different systems.
Yeah.
It's just way different.
They cross over.
Yeah. But they will affect each other long term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, I've said this, it's like, the only reason I'm playing soccer now is because I know it'll come a point where I can't do it later. That's the only thing I'm thinking about.
You know what? That's fair.
In terms of one will be commitment to my family. I'll probably be playing like over 35s. But also...
You'll be the old guy in the field always having punch-ons.
But I'll be massive. But also just in terms of what I'm able to do with my body. Like I know there'll come a time where it's time to hang the boots up. And I don't want...
ready for that.
Well, I don't want it to be at age 24, 25, you know?
Yeah, fair.
I want it to be 35 or 40 if I'm still able to do it. I want to go for a kick with my kid or if I have a girl, fucking go kick with my daughter. You know, like it's something that I think I want to be able to do. So if I don't practice that skill, it's like, you know, you hear people they played when they're 20, 25.
There's like the guy who used to be able to bench 140 and now he's a loser in the gym trying to tell young kids how to bench.
Can't do anything.
Yeah.
Right. So if I can still keep the skill while I'm able to do it, chances are I'll probably keep it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, no, I respect that. I think the only hard thing is that whole, you know, the man who chases 2 rabbits doesn't eat, you know, like it's such a balancing act.
Yeah.
And 2 different modalities of training is that are completely opposite, as we said.
Yep.
It's hard to balance.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's just managing the expectations of that.
100%. And I think as the more that I've played soccer, and I fucking love it. Like when I'm playing, I froth it so much.
Yeah. It's like literally, it's the one thing I can't just beat you in an argument with, because the minute you say, but I enjoy it, it's just,
it nulls everything. It nulls everything. And I've said this to myself as well. I go, you know, do I really love it that much? Like I know I probably won't play next year because I'm going to go away. So I can't make the commitment to playing. So I go, okay, I'll do it this year. I'll have a break next year, whatever. But it's also like, I just can't give it up yet. So we'll pull on the string for as long as we can. And then, we'll just reassess from there. And I'm you know how you said, you know, like 2 rabbits you don't eat. I think I'm okay with it at the moment.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with it, I think that's what matters most.
Because although I have aspirations to put some weight on, and that's very conflicting with playing football. I'm almost one of the heaviest players in the team, right?
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Just,
there's a few boys that are, you know, 85, 86, whatever, but they don't look like me. Yeah. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but my 80 and their 86 look very, very different.
Yeah. I just, you know what a soccer physique looks like.
Right. They're very different goals. Like trying to put weight on and play at the same time. Your joints are like, these don't match.
Yeah, well, you got to run with it as well.
But also, like, I don't have a competition coming up like yourself. It's more just a lifestyle thing. I'm just like, oh, yeah, if I put some weight on, it would be mad. But also when the time comes, I know next year I'll be on. So it's more like, it's okay with me. It's okay to probably be mediocre at both for now, until I reassess the goals.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And you? Good, sir?
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm looking fucking good, eh?
Yeah. Everything's tightening up.
Oh, bro, it's ridiculous. Like, last week training was actually really hard though. So I got to
the last week of the program.
No, so I've extended it.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
doing 12.
Oh,
yeah.
Just so you don't have to get novel stimulus and all that kind of stuff.
And just everything feels fine. But I think last week was definitely like a harder week. I think technically it would have been week 8 of the program.
Yeah, and you have a tendency to hit the ground running week 1 and 2 as well. So you don't your runway is much shorter than most people's.
So I tried a 142.5 Smith squat. Yeah, and it wasn't moving. I think it was multiple things. It was like one, I had no shoes on because I had my TNs and I wasn't fucking Smith squatting in TNs.
Yep.
I think some of the diet brains kicked in. I was just forgetting shit, bro. Forgot my knee sleeves, or it was just a bad day. Whatever.
You have those days.
Yeah.
And, you know, take this as a good anecdotal little bit of evidence is you're someone who is, you know, you're type A. You remember, I have to do this with training, this with training, this with training, this with, and even you forget shit.
Yeah. 100%.
But you still trained. You didn't say, oh, nah, today's not the day.
Oh, I thought about it.
Oh, no, that's fine.
100% thought about it.
But you still did the thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll train this day. I'll train on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, nah, I've got shit on the weekend. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So it just has to be
done.
And
you were already there.
Oh, yeah, I was already there. So, yeah, we did it. But there was a few movements. A few things were feeling a bit harder than usual. But then, bro, it's trained this morning. Yeah. And, like, you might want to say, oh, you know, got more food this week. But it's like, I had one meal this morning.
Yeah, no,
so
it
makes
no difference.
And everything felt good. But I've also just not been focusing on progressing the weight, as silly as that sounds.
Are you focusing on progressing the quality?
Yeah, just progressing the quality of movement. Like my T-bar rows, I know they're strong.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to do 80 instead of 85.
Yeah. And I think, you know, it's it does help a lot. Like, even though we're not in the same position, I have significantly more food than you, but, you know, things might not move as well as they should, you know, under recovered or whatever it might be, a little bit more stressed with work, like both picked up a lot of hours. But if you can improve the quality of what you're lifting,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
get, the dividends that you get are unreal.
Yeah, so I just like focus on quality of lifting in terms of my strong. I think the strong movements is where I try to focus on more of the quality at the moment, because I think that's where I actually lack it.
Because it slips, it goes more into like just grit.
Yeah, well, I'm just fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Like, not to sound like a dick, but it's just like, oh, I can just throw on a fuck ton away. Like
Yeah.
my legs and back, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll rep a full stack of leg extension. I'll, you know, Smith machine squat 142.5 kilos, no problem. Where even the T-bar row, it's just like, okay, let's just try and get more reach, more retraction. So yeah, so I was just focusing on that. And then this week, bro, things feel good again. We got a diet break this week, so calories gone to maintenance. Now,
So you were at what?
2,200.
And now?
3,000.
And that's coming from predominantly carbohydrates?
Yeah, all carbs. Oh, like 10 grams of fat.
Okay.
So diet break, reason being, it's just a mental break.
Yep.
Just a
Because
mental
it's
break.
been what, four? No, it's been longer.
7, bro. It's week 7.
Already?
Yeah, bro.
Jeez.
Well, I started right after my brother had surgery.
Right, so you'll have another 14.
14 weeks?
Is it 14?
Is it?
24 total?
24 weeks, yeah.
I can't do maths.
Neither can I. That's fine. But yeah, probably like
No, it's more.
17.
Yeah, sorry. 17, that's the number I was looking for. I was going to say 14, but no.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the way he's done it is every 7th week, diet break. And that's purely because whether you want to call it a diet break or refeed or whatever it is, it's purely there as a mental break. It's just there to be like, cool, you're not dropping weight this week.
So how many kilos have you lost thus far?
So started at 92.
Yeah.
86 now.
So probably, what's that, 96, 8 kilos. 6 kilos.
Fuck, I didn't even know that.
6 kilos over about 7 weeks. 6 weeks, if you call it.
Yeah.
So it's a kilo a week,
Kilo.
which I think, considering, or look, that was what's planned anyway, because of the amount of the amount of food that you dropped is about a kilo a week.
I think his plan is a kilo a week. Yeah.
In mass loss anyway, probably not all fat, especially in the first couple of weeks. But now, with the photos that you took this morning, it's definitely starting, the body composition starting to improve very
100%.
well.
I think the thing I'm shocked about the most is the fact that like I actually look different in terms of like I've got more muscle.
Well,
mass.
man, 6 kilos is 6 kilos loss as well. That's a lot. Like we need to think about the speed of which that happens. It is a lot. That's most people's diet over 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And when you listen to this, don't think you can do it or you might be able not to do it, but you have to have a right approach. Like Jason knows that Jackson can handle it. It's not just some guessing game. They've tried it and they've reviewed the results of previous diets.
Yeah, I think, we've said this so many times, dieting is so person dependent. It's like, I know that I can handle this. And I have been. Like, mood hasn't changed.
No.
There's no difference in my training.
If anything, probably better because you're not eating so much food.
Yeah, no, I actually feel great.
Mental clarity. You can move better.
Yeah, move better.
Sleep better.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I have noticed, like, I think last week I did notice, like, it's just like if I don't get that meal in on time, you're just hungry.
Yes.
So, like, when was it Saturday? Saturday was hard because it was like we just were doing shit.
Yeah, you're doing errands.
Woke up, trained.
And that's where most people would go wrong, right? Because the weekend is where it counts. You're not doing your normal schedule. You're not going to work at 5 o'clock. You're not having your meal at 6 or 7 or whatever it might be. You're running around doing shit.
And not only that, I'm on my desk more doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like no steps.
Not moving.
Got to 4 o'clock, had one meal.
You're like, oh, wow, one of those ones.
Had one meal. And I was like, because like being hungry, I'm very okay with.
You know what? I actually don't mind that feeling at all.
Like I'm very comfortable with the feeling of being hungry. And
it kind of like,
yeah,
the saying it kind of gets me going.
Yeah,
it's like,
where's my eating disorder start? No, but like
it's working.
Yeah, it's working. But yeah, like me too, man. And this is where the sickening part of bodybuilding comes in because you're like, I'm suffering. And it's like I enjoy that aspect of things. But no, like, because I'm actually not. I feel fine. That's the thing. Like, I don't. The meals I'm eating are so like satiating,
yeah.
where it's like I just don't feel like I need to eat right now. Like even this today, bro. I'm like I'm behind on food because I'm like I'm not used to having to eat 3,000 calories.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I'm just not hungry, and even if I am, it's like this is a normal feeling.
Yeah.
So I fucked up. Had one meal, got to 4. Saturday night is the night that Kayla and I make a different meal for the week that fits the macros because we got to still honor the relationship. If you watch the next YouTube video, we actually talk together about that. Yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, so bro, we went to Woolies because it was raining.
Yeah, it was rubbish on the weekend.
So we're like, we'll walk around East Gardens a bit to get some steps in. And steps right now is probably the biggest challenge. Just on the weekends, because it's like 15K steps. If you're not moving,
You're not working.
It's very difficult.
You're not up at 6, 7 a.m. I don't know if you're going to get them in unless you're going to be stuck to either walking outside or you got a little step pad. You're stuck to it. Otherwise,
yesterday as well, same thing.
You
was
got
at the
one of
show?
those?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I was at the show all day watching Reese, and I had to go to the gym at 4 o'clock and do steps because it was raining. So I was there for an hour doing steps.
Yep.
So yeah, and then we were walking around East Gardens and it was just packed, bro, because it was raining.
Everyone does the same thing, man.
And I was like, there was kids everywhere and people were fucking walking like idiots.
You were
and
off it.
I was like to Kayla, I was like,
Everyone's there to do casual walks.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I gotta go.
and bro, I'm in Woolies and trying to walk and everyone's got their shopping cart in the middle. I said to Kayla, I was like, take the cart or I'm going to run someone over. So I was like, don't get me wrong. The effects of dieting are definitely there. But like all things considered, man, like I'm very much surprised myself in how well things are going. Again, still early days. 17 weeks is a long time.
It is, but still, credit where credit's due. The testament is in the plan.
Yeah.
And you followed the plan.
Yeah. And, Jason was like, you things are moving well. I was like, yeah, I'm surprised. He goes, I'm not.
No,
Because you just do it.
I don't think you should be surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy. I'm very excited to see. And watching the show, I went and watched one of our mates compete on the weekend, and I was like, "Hey, we could do some damage here." Yeah, look, it's a very subjective sport, as we spoke about before. But yeah, no, things are moving well, man. Like I honestly couldn't ask for much more. Just got to practice posing. I think is
That's positive though.
Yeah,
17 weeks is a long time.
look, I will 100% admit, dieting in my eyes so much easier than building muscle. So much, 100%. Can't doubt it.
100%.
Like, because I had this conversation with a lot of my clients at the moment. We're in winter now. Things are moving to, I want to look good for summer. So it's like, well, if you want to look good for summer, we need to make sure we have some muscle there to actually.
This is the point now where you need to consider what you want to do. This is the crux of it,
Yeah. So we could even address that as a question. It's like, should I bulk or should I diet? It's like very person dependent. But most of the time, I would argue you probably just need to build muscle.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely a believer of where you are in your start position.
100%.
If you're if you're speaking to the guys, speak to the guys first, and we'll do the females. If you're someone if you're questioning whether you need to go in a certain direction, I would cut first. I would probably, and I don't mean like do like a 8 to 12. I mean just tighten things up.
I would say just sit at maintenance for 4 weeks.
But see, I also think that maintenance for a lot of people gives them too much freedom.
Yeah.
They sit there and they go, oh, I don't know what I want to do.
You know what, man? It's so hard. Let's just say, let's do it for you and me, because those are the two type of guys we're dealing with.
Yeah, fair.
If it's you,
skinny, ectomorph, can't put on weight for shit, you need to start now. Like there is no reason for you to want to get leaner.
My client Duncan is a perfect example.
Oh, we're the same.
Yeah. And it's just like, he's like, bro, I feel full. And I'm like, yeah, man, you just gotta. Bro, I wrote a meal plan for an 18-year-old kid. He weighs 90 kilos.
Jesus.
And he's like, he's taller than us easily. He goes, I want to get to 100.
See, do you want him to get to 100 is the question.
Yeah, because he's lean, bro. He's got abs.
Oh, fucker.
Yeah. Like, this is the thing.
He must be God's gift.
He's got some muscle. Like, he's not small.
Oh, he's just big. He's just tall.
He's just tall. But I'm like, bro, like, you need to eat. I wrote up a meal plan for 4,200 cows.
Yeah. It's a lot of.
I said, what were you eating before? He goes, honestly, man, like he showed me his MFP.
2,000?
No, it was 4,000 calories, bro. And I was like, can you eat more? He's like, yeah. I was like,
Drink it, man.
can you
Honestly,
handle more? And he's
Yeah.
like, it's not can you eat more, but can you handle more? And it's like, you need to be on top of it.
yeah, that's the point where it comes down to, you're setting alarms and stuff to start reminding you to eat.
Even some of the girls, man, my client Maria, shout out. She's great. She's adherent. She's scared to bulk up. And I said, if you want to get this physique that you really want, I was like, and you want to guarantee it, of course, eat the food. But bro, just go in there and fucking thrash yourself every session.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the only way that you can guarantee the fact that you're utilizing I think the training aspect
hands down
in bulking is the hardest.
Every session, like I know, and we might prescribe it as like a 2 or a 3 rep in reserve. That doesn't exist when you're trying to, like, and I don't mean go in there and be silly, but every single set, you're looking for the most. You're doing the most just to squeeze. Like, use the lemon analogy. You're trying to get as much as you can out of it before you go into the next one. Like, everything needs to be probably even more dialed in than if you were dieting. You can get away with it a little bit more.
I just think that if obviously it's a lot slower validation when you're trying to bulk up and you're trying to put on muscle, because you can't. It's not week 1 to 2 or 6 weeks like me where you're seeing a 6 kilo difference in body weight and you're seeing so many more lines straight away. Like, to put in perspective, I am only seeing the benefits of what I did now from the work that I did 7 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago. I'm only seeing that now. And you're probably not going to see that then when you're doing it, when you're in it. I was 92 kilos. I felt like a fat fuck and it was uncomfortable as hell because I was eating so much food. And I'm like, okay, only now am I being like, oh, that was worth it.
100%.
So it's like, you're not going to see it, and nor should you. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to feel bloated, but it's like, it's not forever. It's very temporary. So all you need to do right now is eat damn food, go in there and just obliterate yourself every session.
Yeah, and you will feel a little bit better about yourself knowing that you're putting all the energy in terms of food to good use. Like, if you're training and you're taking the piss, well, you're going to continue to feel like a bit of a chubster.
Yeah, and it's not even if you're taking the piss, because like most of my clients train pretty hard, but I'm just like, if you've got another gear, find it. Find it. Do whatever you have to do. If you're doing quarter reps at the end of your set, I don't give a fuck.
You'll recover like that.
Yeah, like, this is the thing. You've got a surplus. That's why we call it a surplus of food in your body. You'll be fine. You'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Bro, I gave some of the boys, like I was asking Jason in the group chat, like, how many sets can I give him? Gave some of them 110 sets a week, bro. And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, sick.
It's wild. The body is wild.
We are not fragile human beings. We can handle a lot. So, and this is for the girls as well, because girls want to grow glutes. It's for the guys. Like, and I think now more than ever, because of diet culture, we have more like non-muscular people than we do muscular. And people are dieting with no muscle. So it's like, just build the fucking calories up, train really fucking hard, and you actually see a much more difference in your physique rather than just trying to fucking eat chicken and rice. Or no, chicken and lettuce.
Well, even just chicken and rice, sometimes it gets to the point where you need to consider that not every single meal is going to be super, super clean, especially trying to put the weight on. Like, there is and has been plenty of times where it's the most basic of meals and you're just trying to get the food in.
Bro,
it's not always pretty.
My food's up this week. I'm like, what can I eat that's going to facilitate this refeed?
Steak and rice.
Cereal.
Yeah.
Bro, I had cereal after training today. Protein, milk, and cereal. I'm like, mad. Like, I feel fucking hectic.
Yeah.
And it's like, said this to a lot of my clients as well. As long as you're ticking those non-negotiable minimum boxes of getting enough fruit and veg in each day, don't eat what the fuck you want.
Yeah, that 80-20 rule, like, it actually does exist.
Yeah,
but you have to know how to apply it. And, by now, if you listen to us for long enough, you'll know that it's very easy to apply.
And if you're over the age of 18, which is probably anyone listening to this, you're a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Make adult decisions. Like,
yeah, if you look at your day and you notice that there's no vegetables, you got an issue. or if turn around and you haven't had a piece of fruit, you've got a problem.
Yeah, like just it's like, oh, I'm going out on the weekend. Should I drink or should I not? And it's like you're trying to adhere to this massive goal. It's like, what the fuck do you think, mate?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to, like, fine, but then again, just be a fucking adult about it. It's not to say that no one's an adult, but it's like, if you just hold yourself to that standard, where it's like, all I got to do is hit these non-negotiable boxes, and then do the rest of what I want with it. Like, bro, Kayla eats like 4 pieces of chocolate a day, and she's in the midst of a growth phase. It's like, yeah, go for it. Like, nothing's gonna happen.
No.
It's funny, man. I posted that Woolies reel, not the even the one from last week and the one from week before, the protein sources and stuff. Bro, the culture out there of people like around nutrition, of like processed foods and all this sort of stuff, and you know, someone said, do your research on these products and look at the shit that's in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that one of the comments?
One of them was like, so I did understand it because she put DYOR, do your own research. I was like, assuming that's what she was saying. And I'm just like, bro, like this, it's just so interesting as well of what, I think it was the apple juice. Cause it's like, oh, there's so much sugar. It's like, yeah, man. But like, it's all the same in the end.
Which one is it on?
You know what? I want to, we should make a quick soundbite of this so then Tam can post it and then it gets a lot of reaction.
14 comments.
Which one?
Juice that you picked up is reconstituted. Do your own research on it.
What's reconstituted?
It's made from, it's not just pure juice. There's just sugar and water.
Yeah. So
which, mind you, if you're trying to put weight on, is actually a really good thing. Believe it or not, you do want a higher sugar content, obviously.
Within reason.
Within reason. Like, there comes a point where you need to consider total sugar content and how you're going to disperse that within the body. You can go for a walk and your body can use that glucose. There you go.
Yeah.
Right? But if that's such a fucking problem, you know, Coles and Woolies, Coles especially, their home brand juice, you know, the square ones?
Oh, yeah.
100% fruit juice.
Oh, really?
So, Miss Lady, if you have a problem, you can go and buy that one.
Oh, man, it doesn't bother me anymore. But
high in vitamin C, apples high in vitamin A. Like, you can go and find other products. But, you know, the one that you picked, it's cheap. It's got lots of glucose. It's a good option.
Yeah.
It's a good option. I still drink half a liter of juice a day. Like, it's not one of those things. And my teeth are fine and my body's fine.
Yeah, I think the health culture around, you know, non-processed foods and whatnot, it's very interesting because
you can never win.
No, you can't. And if you attack them, they come after you. But at the end of the day,
someone says too much chicken breast means there's too many hormones, but then you eat too many vegetables, you're not getting enough protein, and then that Carmen's bar has too many ingredients in it. It's like, yeah, okay, try your best to eat something that's not that processed, but sometimes when the shoe fits, you got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day,
you don't give a fuck.
No, I don't give a fuck. And at the end of the day, you know, yes, we can make health conscious decisions on the foods that we pick, but if something is a little bit more processed than usual, it's not going to fucking kill you. It's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, it's all got macronutrients and micronutrients in it, depending on what you buy. Just make conscious decisions and buy fucking that. It doesn't matter if there's some fucking sugar or processed shit in it.
You know what I would like to know?
I hope Tam soundbites that and puts it on. Fuck him.
If you're someone that goes in that camp, you better make sure you've never sipped on any alcohol, or touched a fucking cigarette in your life,
or put anything up your nose.
Oh,
anything.
Finished. At this stage, don't even use body wash. Too many chemicals.
Yeah,
you know.
This
is the 1% that we're talking about. Okay, you change 1% here, 1% there. You could end up with extra 10%. But you better make sure that the other stuff that you're doing is already at the highest level possible.
Yeah, it's like they sit on some hierarchy where it's
they just want to shit on people.
Yeah.
They just want to shit on people.
Bro, Instagram's become very toxic, man. I'm very shocked with how bad it's gotten lately. Don't get me wrong. I have a good laugh.
Everyone's fighting for attention. That's why.
Yeah. It's fucking wild how toxic that place has got. You can't post a single bit of nutritional information with someone coming after you.
Everyone is...
It's
self-proclaimed. I know what I'm talking about.
It's just camps of people.
Yeah,
you're right. And it's just like, and the problem is there's such an abundance, especially with nutrition, because there's a lot more funding for it. funding in terms of research. Like people do more studies on nutritional stuff than they do hypertrophy training or whatever. So people will go find some fucking paper on something as to why sugar is bad for you.
You know what I think it is more so than the funding? It's the preconceived ideas from generational.
100%.
That's where it comes from. It's like, what is every mid-30s female afraid of? Carbohydrates.
Yeah.
That doesn't come from them. That comes from their mother who, during the 80s or whatever, was also afraid of carbohydrates because their mother, their diet was a glass of wine and a cigarette.
Yeah.
So it comes, it's generational, like this passing of the baton of poor health behaviors. So many people, I need 1,000 calories a day. It's like, where'd you learn that? Read it in a magazine when I was 15.
Yeah.
So it comes, and then
I don't have processed food, but I'm on Ozempic, so it's all right.
This is the thing, right? So it's always like, oh, but at the end of the day, this is all I know. It's like if you only know how to walk left, and I tell you, oh, you got to go that way, you're going to go left and left and left and left.
Yeah,
and left to get all the way around there
yeah.
instead of just taking one right.
Yeah.
But you're going to feel like you're right at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, it's just camps of people who are all trying to sell something, and fair play. So am I. But I'm also just trying to help people. Like I just.
What do you mean trying to help people?
Yeah, I have an agenda.
That's not allowed.
There's an agenda. It's no good. I will finish on this though, bro. I got sucked into the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Bro, Georgina said same thing to me this morning.
Bro,
she was sending me all the songs.
Oh, I've been listening to all of them. There's some dark shit going on. It's interesting. And also like really,
Drake, you dirty dog.
I love drama with
He's the bad one?
Yeah. I think so.
Which camp are you?
I was Drake, but
No,
after
Kendrick.
listening to some of the accusations of him,
Yeah, they're big.
I'm like,
I read the lyrics this morning.
I'm like, I don't know if I could be a Drake fan if any of these are true.
They're all allegations, bro. Allegations.
Yeah, man. But it's fucking, I like the beef because I feel like it's these moments that make artists.
It's like a Biggie Tupac moment.
Yeah, 100%. Like if
That's kind of insulting. I shouldn't say that.
No, not at all.
Nah, because they're just so high up on the pedestal.
Yeah,
They're the legends.
Kendrick's pretty good, bro. In terms of
No, he's good.
like lyrics and
Drake can't be compared to those two legends.
I mean, look, he stayed relevant for a very long time, man. That's
Yeah, he's
respect.
done well.
Like he's
15, 20 years.
Yeah, bro.
20
There's not a lot of rappers who've stayed relevant for that long. But it's fucking great. Yeah, I think those moments like this is what makes artists great, and I'm pleased to watch. All right, guys, that's Odyssey Strength Podcast. We've gone a few places today, but it's part of the journey. It's part of the Odyssey, and we always get to where we need to go. So if you enjoy it, it's a wonderful time to like, share on the stories. Helps out a lot. Subscribe. That would be good as well. Follow us on Instagram.
That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you.